It was on the land, a tree that fell over, a big tree, over down.
Yes, all our business is approved and signed minutes.
Mostly approved and signed minutes. Second.
Should be a little slower. Sounds slower.
That's right.
In my glass.
Well, yeah. Yes. That's sort of dealing with 3 Davids right now.
Vote on 3-0 on both votes so far.
Thank you. Oh, geez. We just said that off my God.
Yes. I'm disappointed with the air conditioning system.
Okay, we got the 2 bids open.
Okay, this is Sam Brown. This is number 2 heating oil. Fixed price would be $2.2631.
631.
Oh, okay, this is the diesel.
Was it 226?
That's the heating oil, yes. Yeah.
Was heat oil, number 2 was, how much was it diesel?
Diesel is 2.33.
You guys want to vote to accept those? Those are the only ones we got.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to accept it.
Second.
Is there a contract to sign, or is that just the bid?
It's the bid.
Okay, I'll get a hold of them and get a contract.
Sanborn, we had some damage on Saturday. The pylons and stuff. Concrete block was broken, you and I were down here. My wife and I, we got them squared around and stuff. Some Bagels been having some real bad issues over that way. They found their picnic tables out on the beach. People use them as diving boards. We haven't got that bad yet. The signs that Danielle, we made us, for the no alcohol, no no cigarettes, and, no dogs on the beach. 2 of those were ripped down the day after I put them up. So I think we gotta call the sheriffs and see what they can do for us. If they can put us on that patrol or something, man. The problem is with the sheriffs, what we've learned so far, they gotta see it themselves. You know, I know you don't wanna hear that probably, but maybe we can get 2 birds with 1 stone, the way you're concerned.
Would it be worth, nobody say anything, would it be worth putting up a camera, a hunting camera?
We thought of that, but with the damage that we've had with other stuff, I'm not gonna rule it out.
Yeah.
You know, but
I'm thinking, you know, way up high, you know.
Maybe if we just put up a sign saying surveillance camera in use, maybe that will.
No,
have one.
If you got a license plate,
oh,
you can at least harass them, you know.
Maybe keep harassing, probably put a little, even no enforcement on them, harassment and driving away.
Yesterday I was in there and I drove a water test. And it was pretty calm yesterday morning. Really, I thought there'd be more activity going on with the laws, but there wasn't.
During the day, it's pretty mellow. I get home late, me and my wife and kids go down every night. And on the weekends, it's always the same people that are doing the same thing, smoking weed. We can smell it out in the water. They got dogs running around, overtake a certain area. Same people.
The cement picnic table area.
Yeah.
I know you're talking about it. But we'll contact the sheriff's department, see what we can do there, and see if they can speed up some patrols or something.
Talking to them yourself does nothing. I've tried. I've gotten into almost confrontation with a couple people.
We had another guy.
They got redneck mentality, and what you have to say means nothing to me. Why don't you go somewhere else? I'm like, I live here. You know, I pay taxes to use this beach. It was smelling weed out on the beach, in the water. They got kids running around. Some of the kids tore all the floats off the rope. They tied the rope in 100 different knots. I fixed it 4 or 5 times, moved the buoys back where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, I did all that. Except the river and stuff like this year.
Now there's no rope in the middle.
No, they tore them all out.
The rope is in a big ball, about like this. And the buoys are about 25, 30 feet closer. I keep moving them back, and they just keep standing on the rope and tying the rope in knots.
I don't have the answer.
Right. Did you guys get a chance to look at Rusty's timesheet? Okay. I don't know. He's not really there on Saturdays, so I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, a couple Saturdays where he didn't show up to much, so I think that's an issue we got. We don't have enough presence on it. You know. When's our next meeting? You remember when that is?
August 12th, I think. It's sticking out my head.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That next Monday after, yeah.
Barely want to rest of it.
It's an issue with that.
What's that?
Camp on beach, we get over second.
Yeah, it's Monday,
I think we ought to call it.
Yeah.
Monday, August 12th.
Do anything with it.
We were family trying to go to the beach and he threatened me.
Yeah.
Okay, and the next thing I got is the trash pickup at Sanpona. Plus, you can't do it anymore. I don't know if it's his age or what it is or anything, but we've got some quotes. Yeah, Mellon was the lowest quote of $100 a month. One other quote was $107.53 a week. And another quote, they'll only do 2-yard containers to sell them. So I would say Mellon is best bet for remembering it. Yeah. You know, even if we hire somebody here, by the time we pay them to get down and do it and haul it to, it's going to cost us more than $100 a month. You know, so what do you guys think on that?
I think it's a great idea. $25 a week, you know, make the most of it.
Yes, $100 a month. So, and we got roughly 3 months to go, and we've got, I think it's around $1,100 still in the account. We haven't spent it all on San Juan Beach, so we got plenty of money all set aside for us.
No, that too. We don't want our own people picking through that garbage either. They probably got,
I did it Saturday morning.
yeah.
Hey, what
Pretty
fun.
nasty. We don't know what's
It was
in
fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, I did it.
We don't know what's in there.
I've never seen so many diapers in all my life. Wow. I don't know, just unbelievable.
What
All
day,
right.
did they say what days they're gonna pick it up?
It's Thursday, right?
He said he could, I think he's gonna kinda hit it when he goes in the area, that's why he's keeping the cost down, so he said the first pickup can be Thursday.
Yeah.
That's when he'll be in the area.
By Thursday, the barrels will probably be pretty full.
I can find out if it's every Thursday or how he's gonna do it, so he's just waiting on the approval.
As long as he's consistent and stuff. I mean, if he's a day one way or the other and stuff, the nearer he gets, I mean, the most of the trash is generated on a weekend.
Yep.
So the nearest he gets to the weekend, the better off it'll be.
I think it's gonna be once or twice a week.
I'll make a motion to deny it.
No.
That one?
Yep.
To pick up the trash and San Juan Beach.
We'll probably only have it done maybe 3 months. Okay, then we got this. Couple of county assessors, they sent out a revision to their contract and stuff today. So we didn't just sign that. It's for the $1,293 a month, or the $15,525 we agreed to when we did the original contract. Let's see, we got some abatement. They had a mobile home, they moved it out, so the assessment will change. Oh, should have voted on it.
Yeah, confirm you need to move it, right?
What's that?
Yeah, confirm it, that's what we
Yeah.
need to move it. I make a motion to.
Danielle, do you wanna speak on this camera update?
Sure. We got all the quotes that we're gonna get for the camera and the stand. I was just telling Joe, the prices range from anywhere between 5,000 to 20,000 on cameras for the whole building. So we reached out to Chris Sanborn, our IT guy, to see if we can get these things connecting a little bit better and boosting these up, because we already have them, they're cheap, and we've got a system. He came over, he added a router, I believe it's a router, to the other side of the building. I think it's in the gym. And it's given us better connectivity on that side for the kids and the gym. And so what he's going to do is he's going to add another Wi-Fi, and it's going to be a guest login for people that want to log in, like at town meeting or in the parking lot. It's going to be an open system. And then he's going to make a complete closed system for us and our cameras. So, he's gonna make some adjustments, so long story short, hopefully, right now the cameras are running better. They're connecting on the other side of the building, and they're doing very well. I got more SD cards, I replaced the bad ones that had issues. So right now we're running pretty good. The only problem is the uploading of the videos just takes a really long time. I was just explaining to Joe, they're 1-minute segments. You have to merge them all together in an app, which takes a half an hour to 45 minutes. Then you have to trim it from when the meeting is open to when it's adjourned, which takes another half an hour. And then you have to upload it to YouTube, which takes even longer. I haven't actually timed that. I usually just let it run on my computer. So it's a very timely process. When I get busy during the day, sometimes I don't get right back to it after it's finished. So if we have a more efficient way of doing that, that would be awesome. But that's basically where we're at. We're gonna just run with these because they're already paid for. We don't have to spend any money. So that's where we're at with cameras.
It's probably better than spending $25,000 right now. Camera's expensive.
I mean, that's the whole building. If we ever wanted to add a couple, 2 cameras or whatever, I don't know if it's worth it. You know.
2 more of these.
No, 2 more of like, if you want to supplement their kind of cameras with the ones that we have. I don't know if it means, yeah, they also gave that option to add, you know, maybe 4 cameras here and supplement these and just have a process of maybe replacing 2 cameras as we move forward. I don't know, that's an option, but we got these and they're running, so.
Did he give you any price for anything like that?
We have, camera prices per camera.
And that was the guy from Steve Paul's that had that system.
No. Well, yeah, every company we have cameras, price per camera, is what I'm trying to say. Whatever way you wanna go, so.
I don't think it's been quick as that, yeah.
We got the prices, they're not going away, so
You know.
we don't wanna revisit
It's
it.
taking her a long time to do all that, and then pay for herself to get an upgrade.
I paid it every year.
Yeah.
Like
You can't have the key areas and go out of that.
And put more cameras out back, where it seems to be a problem, with people driving up there.
Especially in school.
Yeah, so I don't think it's, but it's a bad, yeah.
How many hours or days or weeks can be stored on one SD card or whatever size we use?
I don't know, I've never actually seen when it starts to when it's filled. And what it does is once it's filled, it rewrites
Right.
itself. So I just save the meeting, and if someone comes in upset, sometimes we save that. We've had to call the police a couple times, and I've saved it. But basically, we just let them rerun, and sometimes they have formatting issues, like, they run off my phone, mostly. I can format them from my phone, not my computer. So sometimes there'll be an abnormality detected in the camera, and I have to format it from the camera from my phone, so.
Do you have a feel like whether it's closer to the short end of the time scale or the long end?
I don't, it's all in motion, so it depends on how much motion's in the room.
Oh, it's motion detected,
It's,
okay.
these are motion, they can be continuous, but we got them on motion.
Right.
So certain, you know, the
So
entrance might,
2 o'clock in the morning, they're not doing anything.
well, if car goes by, it'll actually record the lights going by, so that's the problem, it will get the lights.
Okay.
Okay, so that's an update on the cameras. I don't know your name.
Mine?
Yeah.
Brad,
Brad,
too sharp.
you want to speak on a complaint on your road or something?
Yeah, I just, but see if we can possibly do something.
You call the sheriff's department too?
Yeah.
And did they help you at all?
He said he was gonna go by the property and just have a talk with them and see if they can do something. I was a couple days ago, still driving by, standing on the seats of the motorcycle, acting like idiots.
Now, where do you live on School Street?
I live directly across from Martha Jordan.
No, okay.
I'm building on
The new
the
house?
house.
Yeah. You sold alcohol.
Yep.
Well, like I say, we gotta call them on the beach. We'll try to put this on the agenda too. If we get, I don't know if we're gonna go bite what you do, to be honest with you. And, you know, somebody told me that these are on video. Do you know anything about that?
It'd be nice to know. I tried to get them on video, but by the time I hear them coming, and I get out there with my phone.
Well, I'll tell you why I'm asking you that. You know, we've had trouble with Sand Pond, so we had a game warden in here last Tuesday night to tell us a bunch of stuff. The video don't do him no good unless the person taking the video goes to court with him.
Right.
So just to tip you off a little late on that, so.
Yeah.
If it happens, and a lot of it's gonna depend on how much you want to get involved too.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm building my own house. It's my forever house. I don't think they're gonna be there forever. I just don't wanna make any issues while I'm there with them, because they don't seem to care one way or the other.
Now, I heard a hospital through a fence too.
Yeah, that's directly across the street.
Yeah, I know it.
They were out there burning tires or something, and both went crazy, and just cut them out or something. On barbed wire.
Well, like I say, we'll put a call in from the town and talk to the sheriff's office, see if we can do something.
Yeah, I don't know, like, who you have to talk to, or who has to be talked to about getting speed limit signs, because there's none on that street.
Now, I tell you right now, on Fremont Avenue, we've asked for a speed study, they told us it's a 2-year wait. So, and anything that's not marked is 45 miles an hour. Now, I don't like that no more than you do, I tell right by the looks of your face.
I drive 25 on that road.
Are they fast enough?
I mean,
I was up 2 there this morning.
everybody that lives on that street, except for me and them, has lived there forever. I mean, for years and years. I mean, I know Arthur and Cheryl lived there forever.
Well, I was just,
And they said, Arthur and Cheryl all the time. It's the first time I've ever had to yell at anybody.
usually they're yelling at Arthur.
Yeah, she.
I lived in town a long time too.
Yeah.
But we'll see what we can do. I don't know if that helps you or not, it makes you feel any better or not, but.
Oh, I mean, what if they just showed up one day? Like, I mean, I work at all kinds of town garages, and I work for every DOT in the state. I do work for them, doing service. And if I can come up with a couple 25-mile-an-hour signs, is it illegal for me to put them up?
It's illegal for the town to do it until you get an okay from the state. I know.
Yeah.
We've talked about doing that on Fremont Avenue. And we'd like to see the speed limit drop from 45 to 35. The sheriff's department did bring us out a radar controlled car, measured speed and stuff like that. They left that there on, how long was that, a couple
Quite
weeks?
a while. Would that help, do you think? Because we can make that request.
Yeah, ask them.
It's not a big
That'd
deal
be
to
good.
get
Too bad,
one.
I don't know, do those take pictures?
No.
Too bad, yeah.
That'd be nice, because I know every time I drive by one, and, if it's flashing, I'm usually doing the speed limit, I'm usually in a commercial vehicle, and I'm grown up now, so I have to drive the speed limit anyway. But I usually see the sign, I don't know if when they stop flashing, slow down or whatever, if they take a picture or something.
They don't say
I
that.
think the technology would be there.
Yeah.
So you're targeting the ones that used to be like this?
Yeah.
Is there an address that I can give to the sheriff? Do we have an
Well,
address?
he lives down the street, about 8 of a mile.
Which
I live at 43.
43? And they're across the street from you?
They're not across the street from me, no.
77 School Street is where the problem is.
77, 30.
Yeah, I couldn't remember which way the numbers go.
Okay. You ready?
What can we do to help you?
Most of the time, they come in from the library in. I don't know why they don't just take 113 where they can go 60 until they get to the end of the road and then quarter mile in there at the house.
Last of them guys going the other night, we were standing up front of school, getting their car. Yeah.
Then we did the sheriff drive by shortly after.
But it seems like they always take the long way, my way, and then just fly by. I mean, I got 2 boys that since we moved from Auburn, we wanted to have a place where we can have the kids just ride in the street. Everybody else on the street is very respectful. They putt along. They all walk their dogs. My kids ride up and down. They go to the church and go to RB's second driveway. That's their area. We don't even let them go to the church now. They don't go past Jeff's driveway. We wanna be able to see it.
Well, we'll call it evening.
What time of day, night?
All the time, day and night. When we hear the bikes go by, flying, my dogs go nuts, the neighbor's dog goes nuts.
Okay.
Kids wake up.
It's frustrating.
Yeah.
And like I say, we'll make the call, either Danielle will, or one of the other. And, it's frustrating working with them, to be flat and honest with you. I think we had better luck when we had Zabrowski, when he came in every now and then, just to,
I haven't seen him in a long time.
well, he took that, Zabrowski's a state trooper that lives on the bus fault. Every now and then he'd come in here and do some town work and stuff. If we mentioned something to him, it seemed so it got taken care of. You know, it was all kind of clandestine, under the cover and stuff.
Yeah.
But he's taken a transfer, I think he's working out in Augusta all the time now. Do you know Jeff?
Yeah, computer task force, you went to.
Yeah, because he goes up there back and forth every day now, right?
Yeah, I don't see him in front of my house anymore, he used to, come to and fro a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. But it was pretty handy, that is. But what we'll have to do is find out who the lieutenant is. Because most of the guys we've talked to have just been, field officers. See if the lieutenant can designate it out to them.
You wanna talk to Kerry Jones?
Kevin George?
Kerry,
It's not Kevin,
Kerry.
Carrie?
I talked to Kerry about some of the stuff that was going on in San Juan stuff, we were just shooting the crap. He's gonna be the one that's gonna get charged and put people out there.
Problem is, everybody's on the other side of the lake.
That's what he told me, and I disagreed with him.
Yeah.
When you have people, in Spanish, but he told me the reason why he wouldn't pull them out of Spanish.
Yeah. Well, we had one guy, when we had trouble here in the office one day, they pulled the guy on Standish, but we had
It
trouble.
has to do with circumstances, you have
They
a car accident, something, he said.
They got 7 guys down there now. But Standish is paying for them too.
Yeah, that's what he said.
We'll see if we can do to help you.
Aaron?
That's, I just want to be open with you and stuff. Like I say, we haven't had the best results, so.
A few years ago, fishing was having the same problem. So one night, the guy ended up on the stone wall. He killed him. Remember that, Bruce?
Yeah, I do.
That was a bad night.
Well, I definitely don't want that.
No, but after a while, they'll get to him,
There seems to be a lot of respect around right now.
No?
You know, just, as you see into the pond, and I see.
It's a generational thing.
Well, even nowadays, it seems like he's feeling 40 miles an hour, but you gotta add 10 to it. Seems like everybody's going, I'm doing speed limit, people coming up behind me and want to go by,
It's like what's speeding in the decade.
Yeah, that was another thing, I
Nobody's fixed that.
had one of them drive by, he was texting, and I told him, I yelled at him, I was out there doing electrical, and told him to slow down. And he just revved his motor and sped up.
Yeah.
And my kids were up the road by the church, that was the last time, and he said they flew by him. I mean, he didn't slow down at all. I mean, it's getting to the point where I'm gonna keep a baseball on the porch and. In my hand.
Okay, the last thing we got here for tonight is, Joe's appointment for the planning board. Is there any more questions on that, or? We all set just to vote?
Anybody got anything?
Sandra, we'll take a vote.
We have time, feathering. Thanks so much. What do you say? Everybody wants to talk.
Well, I would say something, I think that, we go to a lot of people, a lot of complaints, and everybody seems to have the same idea, something got to change with the ordinances. Do we need to update the ordinances? I think so. I think they were written years ago, and they're outdated. So I think that should be one thing to be looking at. And as far as putting a new person on the board, I don't think so, not around. We've already got 3 new people, we lose Joe, then we lose our experience.
Gary? The only thing this has made it opened up a lot of stuff to me. There's more, I've been hearing problems for 2 years, so it brought a lot of stuff to the forefront. I hope we can get that taken care of and just keep moving ahead here. Has anybody else got anything to comment?
I just point out, I don't think the problems are with the people, the problems are with the ordinance. A planning board member is required to open up the book and go to chapter and verse and find the applicable part of the ordinance and apply it. We had an interesting brief exchange where it was pointed out that, public information, Suzette was against the appointment because she thought Josiah and I were in the basket for the pellet bill. And I can't remember his name, the gentleman that sat over where, Chris was saying that, he heard from some people that we put the wood boys through the rollers. Well, we're doing one thing and we get criticized from both sides. That, to me, I try not to take it personally, but I do. But what is going on there is not criticism on different sides of the people so much as criticized on different sides of the ordinance. There are some people who are against land use stuff until somebody comes in their neighborhood and then, holy cow, we ain't got enough of it. What I would like to, it may be too radical, I would like to see put on the next town meeting whether people just want to rescind the land use ordinance. Put it to the people. If that's what they really want, my geez, there you go. I don't think it's what's best for the town. But if you think that things have changed so radically, I think we need to remember that all of these land use ordinances came out of town meeting at one time or the other. Neither the selectmen nor the planning board can make anything and just put it into that book. It all came out of town meeting. Maybe we need to get a few more people at town meeting, and
Just to say
that's part of our trouble.
look what happened here tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I expected to see at least 30 people.
Yeah.
I don't think we had a dozen people here.
No. But I think it's human nature. I don't want you telling me what to do with my land, but if my neighbor starts to do something that I find annoying, I want you to tell him, well, that ain't the way it works, but that's where people are coming from.
I think we gotta have something.
I agree with you.
Because we don't want somebody coming in and doing whatever the heck they want to do. So there's gotta be rules, but these rules are gonna be defined very clearly. You know, it's like the sign issue, the signage,
Yeah.
nothing in writing that says that it has to be so big. But that in writing, say, okay, the sign has to be so big. You know.
And to be fair, oh hell, it was 15 years ago, the planning board put a sign ordinance on the warrant,
Yeah, they
and then we got whooped.
Yeah.
We got tore, I was here then, we got tore up bad.
Yeah, they said, no way, Jose, they didn't want it, so. But, and again, that's great until somebody puts up a sign with blinking lights and keeps you up all night, you know.
No, that's good. Anybody else?
Just one quick thing. I think I came away from the meeting last week a little bit offended by the gentleman that kept reaming everybody out that has tried so hard to be part of this town and get back to the town. And part of the reason I really wanted to be here tonight instead of going directly to the Lion King was to let you know how thankful I am that there are so many people in this town that are willing to do it. And it certainly isn't quick. Joe Pierce and Kathy Pierce have given so much to this town. They were two of the first people that I met, other than Mary and the dog. And, been down there for dinner. They were open, they were kind, they helped a lot. I do use select board as like, getting whipped all the time, and it isn't necessary, thank you. And thank everybody that's been on the planning board too, because it is what keeps this town going, and that's all I want to say.
Thank you. Anybody else?
I just would like to say that I think that it does mean something to the planning board to have all the experience that Joe has from his many years of being on the planning board. But I do think that there's a perception in town by several people, some who haven't necessarily come forward and voiced their opinion, that the ordinances aren't necessarily enforced or perceived the same way for every individual. Now, that could just be the individual's personal opinion. I don't go to the planning board meetings, so I don't know. But that's just some of the scuttlebutt that I hear around town is that, well, they're not fair. They let this one do this one, but they won't let this guy do this. And that's just what I'm hearing. So that's all I have to say. But I do think that there's a lot of experience in Joe that is kind of too bad to throw out the door. If the planning board can kind of work together, maybe revise some ordinances or do whatever they need to do to make it more fair and equitable in the eyes of the public, because it might already be fair and equitable, but people aren't seeing it that way.
Anybody else?
Just a comment, I have a friend who's a town manager, and I asked him one day, I said, what do you do if you don't have an ordinance for something, or you don't have a rule for something, what do you do? I said, do you go to the main state people that can help you out? I know you're part of an association. He said, sometimes we just adopt the state ordinance if it applies to the situation we need. But he said, there's so many different things that happen, and he said, you have to look at everything. He said, it's a big process. And I said, oh yeah, I know that. But, there is so much going on, and it seems like every week something new comes up that has to be looked at. So it's a lot. It's a lot for you guys, it's a lot for the planning board, and it's a lot of time invested to look up all these things. But, you gotta think about what kind of time people are putting in out of their own goodness, because nobody's getting paid for this stuff. Not enough, we are getting paid. And it's a huge time investment to be on any of these boards.
Anybody else? Ready? Kathy?
Public relation chatter matters. Saying the same thing over and over in a positive way helps people feel more, moving in a forward, good way, and getting more people involved. But if you're saying bad things on a regular basis, then everybody goes, oh, it's what he said. And then they just don't even think about it. They don't show up, they don't do anything, and we're dealing with the library on a regular basis. So we started trying to get public opinion. I had posters here at town meeting saying, what do you want to do at the community center? What do you think is important? How do we want to move this forward? We try to put Wi-Fi in the parking lot at the library because people say that they want to do that. And just, keep on, just boom off, and just try to be positive. So I want to sit down with Larry and just say, okay, how do we turn this around? Because you talk to people. You can get them enthusiastic about things. And I know that he's been through a lot. His life has been very painful, and I got that. And I feel for the guy. But by the same token, if you just keep repeating those negative things, it's not going to help anybody feel better about it. They're not going to contribute. They're going to be, over. And so, having a positive attitude, I think, is something that everybody in this room can help out with. When people are saying negative stuff, ask them to step forward if they have a complaint. Voice it, get it out there. Because keeping it all inside, that's ugly.
Yeah.
And people don't go to church the way they used to, so they don't get that positive reinforcement. Their parents are gone, and so that old order has disappeared, and now it's a lot of negative stuff that you see on Facebook and TV and everywhere around you. And we gotta strike back against that. We gotta have a positive attitude. So that's my thing. That's where I'm going.
I've always said that negativity is like cancer. I believe it's right.
You got it. Yeah, well, so does happiness, so let's go with that.
Unfortunately, in either one of these jobs, you're gonna deal with some negativity.
Oh, yeah, yeah, it wears you down.
And the other thing I've seen, I can't please everybody.
Exactly.
You know, just, you'd like to make it work and stuff like that, but just,
Gotta keep swinging though.
yeah.
Swing the fences.
Yeah, tomorrow's another day,
Is that,
no doubt about it. Is anybody else? Got anything? Bruce? No? Really? I tried to get you once before, you would say that.
No, I don't know what's going on, I haven't been here. You quitting, Joe?
No, oh God.
All right, guess I'll call for a vote. All for Joe? All against Joe? 2-1.
Not against Joe, just speaking to people. Nothing personal against Joe at all, for the numbers thing. I heard more negative than I did positive. When I first got this position, a very wise guy told me, take your personal out of it and go by numbers. Go by the people. That's what I did.
You can't be faulted for that.
It's not personal at all against that.
And I listen to those people because I've listened to a lot of stuff, you know, just, whether I agree with them or not, I listen to them.
Good job.
But I just say the only reason why I accept the reappointment is because you asked me. And you did it with a little smile on your face. And you asked me once and I thought, oh, so I really want to take another appointment. And then you asked me again, you smiled a little more at me, and kind of encouraged me on. And so I said yes. But if you hadn't been the one asking me the way you did, I wouldn't have taken another appointment.
Well, I gotta be honest with you. This has been a hard vote for me. One way or the other, listen, you know, I've listened to good, I listened to bad, you know. I gotta see the good and the bad. So just, I hate situations like this where there's a lot of controversy, where there's a lot of stuff on. But sometimes, if you got a fire going and you get it put out, it's better. You don't have to worry about it. So we'll just, I hope we can move ahead here and keep everything going. Hope everything goes for the better.
If that's the vote, can we sign the paperwork tonight so we can move forward?
This is all made out now, right?
There's 2 sheets, one, I just updated the date on it. And also, please check the term, make sure that's agreeable to Joe. I think.
That's a 3-year term.
It's a 3-year term, there's a lot of members that are expiring in next year, I believe. 20 is like the big one, like, I don't know how it got that way, but there's 3 members that are expiring next year. So I think I added 1 for him or 2, so it wasn't on that mark. I gotta look at the summary sheet again, but it was either year 20 or 21 that, there's gonna be a lot. Does he expire in 22? Is it a 3-year term, Dwight?
It's going to be
Okay.
until July 30th, 2022.
Is that acceptable, or?
Yeah, I accept it.
In a perfect world, we should have staggering years. I don't know how it got that way, but it did.
It's the pension I'm after.
Okay. That puts Joe on for 3 more years. The last thing I had was the community center updates. The Salvation Army mixed up after the yard sale, and a lot of stuff that, I see they're out moving stuff tonight.
Yep.
Yeah. They're gonna wear that out.
It's not the Salvation Army either.
Well, they didn't communicate what they would take and what they wouldn't. So they came in and only took a portion, a very small portion, and the guy called me. They sent pictures of the pile. So everything has to be in boxes. They're not gonna take furniture and they're not gonna take anything that's out of a box. So everything has to be in boxes. So I know the truck's coming tomorrow to pick up boxed up items. They will not take the furniture, they won't take the bikes or anything out of a box.
Can you
So, I don't
hold
know.
it off for another day, so they can maybe box up some more of that stuff?
You guys call.
Or do we need it? I mean,
We gotta get that stuff out of there.
okay.
I said, they gotta come in, like,
They did
Don't
leave
trip
one,
'em up.
they did leave one corner of boxes, and I was on the phone with a guy looking at it. I said, well, why am I staring at a corner full of boxes? He said, well, they couldn't get to it, and I said, okay, move one thing. Hey, you can get to it. So they weren't very energetic about getting them, so if we can just get the boxes in one group, it's in front of their face, it's in a box, take the boxes, so yeah. There's a truck coming tomorrow at some point. I'll make sure the boxes are gone, hopefully. And just the big bulky items, I don't know what we're doing with, so I don't know if there's a plan or.
But it's not, don't worry about, it's not you with the stuff, it's up to the auxiliary.
I gotta put them somewhere, they gotta get out of the gym,
Oh,
because
okay.
we have a summer program in Tai Chi's every Tuesday, so that's my responsibility, I guess. I have to open up the gym.
So the pickup guy was basically walking around the corner and thought of mountains.
Yeah.
He's like, truck is full.
I don't care, it's up to you, but I need them out of the gym, I guess, for the summer program.
Go down and talk to the old man that's down there.
I don't know how it would
You
get
guys,
there, but
I'm just
anything-
seeing what's going on.
Sorry, but
No, I'm all the,
anything that goes to the dump off to the side doesn't tear a day.
Yeah, my father picks up most of that stuff. That's what happens most of the stuff.
down in the corner of the
It's
room,
down
down there now.
Well, my wife told me if I bring anything else home, she's getting another dog.
Sounds fair. You gotta know what I got.
Told her she could get two if I get a new truck.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, the summer Tai Chi program, it seems to be going good. It's on Tuesday morning from 10 to 11:30. Would you say there's 8, 9 people still doing it now?
Yeah, last time we had, 8, but that was a small amount, they've been having more than that, people were on vacation and stuff like that.
Okay, the last thing I got here is the summer program seems to be doing pretty good with the kids. I threw some figures together the other day just to see where we're at. It's supporting itself. Actually, we're $4,000 for the good right now on it and stuff, plus kids are taken care of, they're having a good time. They get 2 meals a day and the building's being used. So I think, yeah,
My son's actually one of the CICs, council training.
Oh, really?
He's 13, but Ariel let him in to kind of just give him something to do and have a purpose and, get some work ethic, I guess.
what's his name?
Owen?
Owen?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Owen, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
He loves it. Loves it. Loves being a big kid, I guess.
the other day
All
I
that type of thing,
Yeah.
The other day I come here and I looked out and there was probably 20 bicycles out back. I'm like, what is going on
That's
here?
happening tomorrow, tomorrow's Bike Wheels Day. Thursday's Nerf Gun Day.
These little kids, they enjoy that.
Yeah.
Can I just put a commercial in here? I talked with Ariel, and she's trying to put together some kind of a program for the end of the year summer camp thing. And we're talking about doing a dinner type thing, and the kids are gonna do a little show, and it'll be a spaghetti type dinner, and a donation of like $5 per person. So we'd love to have you all come and support the program so that there's money for next year.
Absolutely.
We don't have a date yet, I have to, nail that down with Ariel, but.
And I had an interjection, I was observing all these kids with their wet swimsuits and towels and nowhere to dry them. Is there a way to put up a drying line or a rack or something so that we can do that?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want it to look like, laundry on Wednesday kind of thing, but, just something for, however
There was a
long.
drying rack in the stuff that was thrown away down there. Yeah,
Like
like
that, yeah.
You could also put them over the fence too. I mean, there's a fence right there.
That'd be a help, cause the metal in the bathrooms isn't conductive to drying anything.
Oh, yeah.
The last thing I got some municipal reminders, the assessment office will be open August 2nd on Friday. Workshop is next Tuesday, and the planning board meeting is August 8th on Thursday at 7 p.m. Other than that, that's all I got. You guys got anything?
We better adjourn before long passes out over there. I'm all for it.
One last thing, on the tenth, Saturday, at the library, we have book sale. And so, the book sales are a big fundraiser, so if you wanna bring a table, we can rent you a 10x10 space, or if you just wanna come buy some books, or show some support, or look at all our raffle prizes. I'm already collecting raffle prizes.
All this stuff, yeah. All this stuff down there. I hauled that stuff around the map, huh? I was hoping that Salvation Army was the picture of the bag.
So nothing special you wanna put on a table.
Okay. Oh, my God.
Other than that, that's all I got.
I make most of it.
1926.
Okay.